The sound wasn't an explosion. It was worse. It was the slow, grinding scream of metal being torn apart, my yacht, my pride, being ripped open by a demolition claw while I stood frozen on the dock, coffee spilling from my hand. The morning sun reflected off shattered fiberglass like broken glass on water. And standing behind the excavator, arms crossed, lips tight with satisfaction, was the HOA president herself. She yelled over the engine, "Unauthorized docking. You were warned." That's when I realized this wasn't a mistake. This was war. I bought the yacht after the worst year of my life. Divorce, burnout, walking away from a company I'd built from nothing. The Marina had been my escape. Quiet mornings, salt air, no meetings, no shouting. The slip was vacant when I arrived, the harbor master waved me in, and I tied up just as I'd done dozens of times before. What I didn't know was that the Marina sat beside one of those pristine, power-hungry coastal HOAs, the kind that polices paint shades in mailbox height like it's a matter of national security. The kind run by people who confuse authority with control. Her name was Linda. Everyone called her Madam President, behind her back. The first notice came 3 days later. A neon orange violation tag slapped onto my railing. Unauthorized vessel. Remove immediately or face action. No phone number. No signature. Just an HOA seal stamped like a threat. I went to the Marina office. They shrugged. HOA doesn't own the water, the clerk said. They complain a lot. Ignore it. So I did. Second notice came taped to my windshield, this one laminated, bolded, threatening fines of $1,000 per day. Still no legal reference. Still no explanation. I finally attended their HOA meeting, thinking reason would work. I was wrong. Linda didn't even let me finish speaking. Your yacht disrupts the visual harmony of our shoreline, she said, as if reading from a script. Residents have complained. I asked, calmly, which residents? And under what authority? Her smile didn't reach her eyes. This association has protected this community for 20 years. Something in her tone told me she wasn't used to being challenged. I moved the yacht one slip over, still within the Marina, still fully legal. I thought that would end it. Instead, that's when she escalated. The demolition happened at dawn. No court order. No police presence. Just an excavator hired through some shady, property enforcement, contractor. They claimed emergency authorization, waived papers I wasn't allowed to read, and by the time I'd reached the dock, the damage was done. Hull cracked. Interior flooded. Engine ruined. Linda stood there, recording on her phone. Let this be a lesson, she said. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. I didn't even argue. I just smiled. Because Linda didn't know something. The Marina, every slip, every dock, every inch of submerged land beneath that water. It belonged to me. 5 years earlier, I'd quietly purchased the entire Marina through an LLC during a bankruptcy auction. I kept the staff, kept the name, kept it low profile. No signs. No announcements. Most people assumed it was city-owned. Including Linda. That night, I called my attorney. By morning, the Marina gates were closed, for infrastructure inspection. Temporary notices went up. HOA vehicles were denied entry. The fuel dock was shut down. Guest access suspended. Linda called screaming. I didn't answer. Instead, I sent certified letters. One to the HOA board. One to every homeowner. Clear, polite, devastating. Due to unlawful destruction of private property and repeated harassment, Marina access privileges previously extended as a courtesy were revoked indefinitely. Then came the invoices. Slip rentals, retroactively billed at commercial rates. Parking fees for years of unauthorized use. Utility hookups. Security services. Even event permits for their annual Harbor View picnic. Total. Just under $1.3 million. They laughed at first. Then the lawyers got involved. That's when it got quiet. The HOA's attorney demanded a meeting. Linda didn't attend. She sent her vice president instead, who looked like he hadn't slept in days. You can't do this, he said. I slid copies of property deeds across the table. Satellite maps. Zoning approvals. Everything stamped, notarized, airtight. You destroyed my yacht without authority, I replied. This is me being generous. The lawsuit hit them like a tidal wave. Criminal charges followed, for vandalism, conspiracy, misuse of funds. Turns out Linda had approved the demolition using HOA money without a board vote. The board turned on her fast. Residents were furious when they lost Marina access. Boats had nowhere to go. Property values dipped. For sale signs started popping up like weeds. Linda resigned in disgrace. Then she tried to apologize. She came to the dock one afternoon, eyes red, voice shaking. I didn't know, she said. If I had known, I cut her off gently. You didn't care to know. I sold the wrecked yacht for salvage, then ordered a new one, bigger, cleaner, unmistakable. When it arrived, I hosted an opening night at the Marina. Music, lights, open slips for the public. The WA wasn't invited. Now every morning, I walk the dock with my coffee, listening to the water lap against the hull. The Marina is peaceful again. No warning notices, no laminated threats, just calm. And sometimes, when the sun hits the water just right, I remember the sound of metal tearing apart, and smile, knowing it cost them everything.